we are about to install either the coolest or maybe the weirdest part I've ever seen for a Mustang. So huge thanks to S550 Euros for supplying this device. Essentially, we're gonna install a part that is either gonna have your passenger smiling or terrified for their life. That's what we're installing today, so let me get it. Behind us is Sub-Zero by 18 S550. We're gonna be installing a passenger LCD display. So as the passenger is here, they don't have to peek over and be like, is he doing something questionable? We're gonna go ahead and unbox this. Chris, we were talking about this months ago because I saw this online. I was like, what is that? So we have a carbon surround on it. So here is the dash piece. Awesome stuff. Let's get started. Sub-Zero has treated me so good. It is so nice to have a newer car and just doing subtle little changes and making such a big difference.
We're gonna remove the main dash piece out of here, remove this little trim, and then we're gonna start by pulling this off. That's gonna allow access to the 2 bolts that are underneath of this air vent, and then the rest of this is just a series of clips across there that once we remove those 2 bolts, it'll just pop right out.
So what's so neat about the 18 S550s and above is the digital dash option, which is maybe one of my favorite things about the car. And then we have Apple CarPlay, so that's 2 screens. Now we're adding screen number 3.
I'll start from this side.
That was a nasty sound.
They always do.
Oh yeah? Well, okay, do I need to pull over here?
No.
Chris actually paints these, by the way.
I do.
If you would like your dash painted by Chris at SSR Collision,
yes,
hit this man up. I'll put it in the link in the description below.
But no broken clips. It just sounds horrible when it's coming out. But yeah,
it's kind of like the grills too.
Yes.
The grills sound terrible when you pull them out. What color are you doing now?
I'm actually, next week, I'm doing 2 of these dashes in real Mystic Chrome, so.
But is it your car Mystic Chrome?
I swear.
If you're unfamiliar, Chris's Terminator behind us is Midnight Purple 3 from the R34 GTR. And unfortunately, a lot of people see a color shift on a Terminator and they go, it's automatically Mr. Chrome. But it's not the same color because there's really no green in it.
No green at all. It switches to orange and gold and stuff like that, so.
And there's the liquid blue Terminator having progress behind you.
A little bit dusty. We're waiting on the motor to get finished.
So these bolts on the dash are 7mm. They're very tiny. No losing 10 mils today, which is nice.
Yeah, we know we're gonna have every single bolt that's gonna be left over because it's not a 10 mil. I'm not gonna lose a socket because it's not a 10 mil. It's gonna be awesome. This is the same as the top. It'll just pop right out. So see, here's the back side of it. And this just basically clips on.
Oh, wow.
So
that's
this
actually pretty nice.
Yeah. So that's what the display is. The display sits here. You reuse your factory vent into the...
And just clips in.
Exactly, and then it just goes right in there.
Chris, how fast do you think you had that dash piece out?
Less than 5 minutes. It's really quick. Taking out this little piece right here so we can get the kick panel out because your body control module is down here in this corner. We're gonna need to intercept a signal out of the body control module.
What's really neat about this piece too, it's not just one of those things where you order it and you plug it into the OBD2 and basically it cheats, right? This is, you install it and it's installed. You don't have to root an OBD, you don't have to do any of that. It's in the car, it's part of the car rather than kind of being something quote unquote on top of the car. Okay, we're gonna remove the battery before we do anything with the body control module.
Yeah.
Because that's the smart thing to do. Right, Chris?
Right. I'm gonna put something to protect that so it doesn't ground out. Here's your body control module back here. The connector that we're looking for is this one here with the white clip. I'm not sure if it's the same on 15 to 17s and up. I just know this one, it's the furthest most back. I get this clip flipped up. There we go. And then as you pull it up, it will push the clip out. And there we go. This seems daunting. It really isn't. Don't go thinking this is something that you can't do at home. But we do have to disassemble this and push some pins out to intercept that signal. So let me get some tools and we will get pulling that apart. So what we've got to do is pull this red part off, both sides. Comes with a little screwdriver. There's like 2 latches on each side. And then the back pushes off. So there's 2 notches here on the bottom side. Don't try and pry them out like that. You need to get the top out first. Once the top's completely out, it'll come right out. There's little notches. Now, what we need to do is we need to remove this series of blue, this double blue, and this double white. And what you do is you're gonna reach in, you're gonna push down the pins to release those and slide them out of the back. It's real small, but there's a little black clip. Slide your screwdriver between that clip and it will pop right out. Okay, so we take that out. So from the clip facing up, we want our blue on the right side, left side, depending on how you look at it. Clip up, the blue one needs to go in here. And we will get these ready to go in. And we will put this little weather seal around these. Push it down. Don't push too hard, you don't want to cut the wires or anything like that. Now we just hold the wires down here and we're gonna reinsert our back. So now that's like that. Reinsert our red clip. We've got 2 more wires to hook up. It's gonna be your fuse tap and a ground wire. The ground wire is gonna go here to ground that out. Okay, so for on the fuse, it already comes with a supplied 5 amp fuse. What we're gonna do is there is a fuse panel back here. It's gonna be a little bit hard to see, but you're gonna pull out the blue 15 amp fuse second down on the right hand side. And then we're gonna put it into here and insert that. So basically in here, it'll split that fuse, and then from this 5 amp fuse down will go to the display harness. So basically now this mimics what the old fuse was doing. So once you pull out that 15 amp fuse out of the fuse block, plug it into here. Now you're gonna insert it in kind of like this, and you're gonna insert it back into where you pulled that 15 amp fuse out of.
Not the 10 mil.
It's a 10 mil.
Not the 10 mil.
Keep an eye on them. Keep an eye. I'm looking at it. It's gonna stay in my vision the whole time.
I'm staring at it right here. It's gone. It just vanishes.
Just whoop.
And boom. Device is grounded.
Basically, we're gonna come up behind here. We don't want it kind of rubbing up against any metal. I mean, it's got a sheath around it to protect the wiring.
But still.
Yeah, you don't want to take any chances. We'll route it up behind there. Make sure that it's gonna fit behind the kick panel once it goes in. Make sure your wire's tucked. Make sure everything's loose, because this is your last chance to check to make sure everything's good. Through the back side. All right.
Through the air vent. So far with the install, the most intimidating thing, like we said earlier, is the wiring part. Just pulling out those wires can be really scary, but as Chris showed you, not that big of a deal. As long as you follow the directions of what Chris told you, you'll be fine.
We're gonna put our vent back in. It uses these little slots on the factory vent. Make sure they're all lined up before you snap it all the way down. So there's 2. And basically, there you go. Now it looks factory. All right, that's plugged in, nice and tight.
It's got the click.
Oh yeah.
I have to say though, that air vent fit right on in.
Oh,
really
yeah.
good fitment.
Go.
That's flush too.
Yeah, it's a good fit.
It is a good fit. Chris, what is your expectation of this thing?
Well, I want to feel like I'm in a Ferrari.
You know, we got another prancing horse. It's a little bit more affordable, if you know what I'm saying. So, you know, them Ford versus Ferrari people, they had no idea what they were talking about.
More than you can afford, pal.
Funny story, the Supra's now more expensive than that Ferrari is now. Getting that Mr. Chrome ready, bro?
Mr. Chrome Dash ready.
That looked kind of weird in a white car.
It kind of would.
Yeah, it wouldn't quite work.
Dash piece goes.
Watch this man's. Watch this man's. Done. She is good. The satisfying plastic pull. It is perfectly flush right here. It doesn't look out of place, at least with it off at the moment. All right, Chris.
Let's do it.
Boot her up. Oh, it turned on. Dude.
There's a way. Oh,
Up.
I told you there's like an invisible.
No way. All right, what's cool is there's an invisible button on the side of the carbon, and it gives you all of these different things. And if you want to match the digital dash, just like that. I'm gonna shut off.
That looks
Just
like it just
cuts
goes
off, yeah. See it, yep, turn back on.
I like how responsive it is.
It's very responsive. So it looks like we did the install correctly. Mr. Chris is the man. Now we're gonna go for a test drive. I'm just gonna throw Chris a GoPro so it's easy for him to film, because this is a complicated camera, and we'll make life easier and just see how it does just cruising down the street. Dude, seeing 2 gauges doing the same bounce back when you let off the gas is so weird. That's so weird. We can see it kind of rev matching and stuff like that. Yep. Weird.
That digital display, though.
It's so sick.
Yeah, you gotta kind of know where to hit it. So there's, we got speed, our average speed, fuel consumption, miles per gallon.
Right now,
right
I'm
now.
downshifting and upshifting constantly.
Our barometer, fuel rail pressure, fuel level, engine load. I don't know if you can see that. Current run time, acceleration percentage or accelerator pedal position, ignition timing. The only thing that we don't have is because it's not turbo. We don't have any
Incoming comments.
incoming.
Why is it not?
Why are you running negative PSI of turbo? For engine temperature.
But yeah, like even if I change the modes on here to normal, to any of that, you know, here's the normal gauge cluster, here's the sport, it'll change a little bit, and then you go to track or drag strip and adjust the gauge, and you look at the similarity to that. I mean, they did an amazing job on the interface. All right, Chris, what do you think of the device?
I like it a lot.
Yeah, you and I had our concerns. We were like, is it gonna look kind of corny, or is the interface not gonna be very nice? Is it gonna be kind of all show, if that makes sense? Personally, I think it's neat. I think it's really cool. And if you were going around track or something and your passenger wanted to know what was going on while not having to tilt their head and everything, it has this modern feel to it. But yeah, really cool stuff. Huge thanks to S550 Euros for showing us this part. And once again, thanks to Chris from SSR Collision. Go check out their shop. They do amazing work. And Chris is the man. You saw him figure this out. He never done one of these. So on that note, I upload every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy and have a wonderful day. See ya! This video is brought to you by Patterson Car Care. Get double of premium original detail product for half the price. Head over to PattersonCarCare.com or go to the link in the description below.